Alright. Greetings, my fellow bushy blobs of some atomic building blocks. Name's Hans, father of the plants, porter of Teal bricks, and as always, berserk for Legos. Alright. Welcome to the third video of my bus upgrade series. And today it's all about my school bus. Yeah. So the previous two videos was the city bus. Ta-da. And the double-decker bus. Ta-da. Alright, so I made this bus over a year ago, and I made a video on it about 11 months ago. So if you want to see the origin story to this whole thing, feel free to go check it out. The other thing to note is that I created an all-new fourth bus. So I did 3 buses last year in 2 videos. The city bus, double-decker bus, the school bus. I've now got an all-new fourth bus, and it's going to be the next video in the series, and it's like the grand finale. And if you haven't seen the previous 2 bus videos, for the city bus and double-decker bus, go check them out. Right? And one other quick thing to say for all the people who are new to this channel, I like futuristic tech stuff. I am building a Lego city, a tropical Lego city set in the future in the year 2060, and that whole city is all about technology and stuff like that. So all my MOCs are also going to be futuristic. So this bus is electric, it's got autonomous driving, you can see the little sensor right there in the front. It's got LiDAR, radar, cameras, 5G or 6G, vehicle-to-vehicle communication, stuff like that. Alright, and here are some of the cool kids, ready to go to school. So this bus definitely got a major upgrade. So the whole front face is different. Previously, the nose stuck out by 2 whole studs, and that was just kind of how it worked out to be at that time. But now it's much more streamlined, and that's representative of, vehicles of the future. With it being a battery electric, there's a big battery that runs across the whole base floor of the bus, and there's no big giant motor in there. Alright, and I actually developed this front nose on the upgrade that I did to my hospital ambulance, which is on my to-do list for making a video as well. But yeah, that's where I got front face. I had a bunch of orange lights going across the front of it for like emergency hazard lights. So now what I've done is I've just got these orange lights right there in the front. It's got my trans neon futuristic headlights. The other thing is that previously this was kind of large and bulky and it kind of stuck out over the front windshield. And I completely got rid of that and made it much more streamlined. Now one thing here is there's a little slot right there. And that's because I didn't have this piece in the bright yellowish orange right there. Oh yeah, that's another thing, is that this bus used to be yellow. Not only did I completely fix all the flaws with the color scheme, but I decided to go ahead and switch it over to a flame yellowish orange, just to give it a little bit of extra pizzazz. There are some school buses here in the United States that kind of have this color instead of the full-on yellow. But yeah, I like this color so much better than just regular yellow. It's almost like yellow got left in the sun and got a tan, or it's like a turmeric yellow spice. Alright, and now the other thing is, it used to have the bright green stripe right up here at the top. And then it kept getting interrupted by these fenders right there, and it was looking really terrible up here. I didn't do a good job of it last time, and a couple of people called me out in the comments, rightly so. So I fixed it. I ended up just moving the green stripe down here to the bottom, and then also including the flame yellowish orange. The other thing is that this bus is sitting 1 plate lower down to the ground. The door has been lowered, so it's easier for minifigures to step up to the door. Because the back of the bus is a lot longer, I decided to go ahead and give it a little bit of a slope going up to the back bumper right there. Did a lot of changes to the back of the bus. These kind of stick out a lot, and I might just end up changing this later on in the future. The other thing was that the previous version of this bus, I had a lot of these hazard stripes. I had some down here in the bumper, I had some up here at the top, but I'm thinking they might not be so necessary anymore. These are in teal because they don't have these 1x2 brackets in the flame yellowish orange. I don't think they even made them. So overall the bus got longer by 2 studs. Yeah. And that actually enabled me to get an extra seat in there. Alright, and just like I did for my city bus, originally the roof was only 6 stub wide and was jumpered across this 7 wide width. I decided to get rid of that, so now it's a completely smooth, rounded roof. And went ahead and added some solar panels there. I had a bunch of these, but I ended up using these 2x3 tiles in the flame yellowish orange on the upgrade to my Cargo Master crane, which is also on my to-do list to show you guys. But I actually kind of like it as white. The nice thing about having roofs that are white is that they reflect the sun back out into space. They'll reflect all the heat and energy from the sun, back out and away from being absorbed locally on the ground. Unless you live in a cold environment, who knows, maybe building roofs in the future will be able to switch colors from black to white. So it's like white during the summertime and black during the wintertime. So the interior of the bus pretty much looks the same. It just has an extra seat. So instead of 7 seats, it's It's now got 8 bus drivers still in there. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video. This is a modern bus or a sleek futuristic bus, and having these 1x4x3 tinted black windows is definitely a must-have. LEGO, for like the first time ever, came out with a school bus for the LEGO City theme. I still see a lot of people using these windows for making a school bus. I just feel like that's like buses from the 70s and 80s. I don't even think the 90s had windows like this. I gotta say, I'm really proud of LEGO for finally making a school set with a school bus. And also the supermarket. Oh my goodness, that was tremendously overdue. LEGO's really been stepping up their game. But of course, I like my 7-wide bus much better. Oh, and I guess one drawback to this is LEGO's got me beat on the handicapped accessible. I haven't done anything to make this bus be able to carry wheelchair mobile citizens. Sorry dudes. And mostly because it would just take up a lot of room inside the bus, and then it would just kind of, I'd probably lose like 3 seats or something. You need like a special ramp. With the way I build things, I like things to be fairly realistic, and it would just require a special ramp for the wheelchair to roll up on. I haven't really given it a lot of thought, but I know it's not going to be simple to implement. But who knows? Maybe I'll come up with something eventually. So yep, I'm really liking the improvement of the bus. I like this color way better than the yellow. And then cleaning up these color stripes, I've really improved it a lot. I like the new front end. It's much more sleeker, more aerodynamic, less truck-like on the very front. It is one sleek, futuristic, or modern looking bus. That wraps up the 3rd bus of this series, and so the next bus is my all-new bus. So stay tuned. Thank you all for watching, and it really helps out the channel a lot when you hit the like button, or when you share this video, or when you leave comments. Thank you all for watching, and catch you on the flip side.